What's good, YouTube? It's your boy New Era Mar, back again with another video for y'all. Hey, I know it's been like 2 weeks since I last uploaded, but I'm gonna keep it real. I'm hyped. I'm hyped to be back in front of the camera talking to y'all. I know a few projects dropped that I might have missed, but it's never too late, so I'm gonna still try to go back to them and discuss them anyway, which is why I'm here now. We're about to get into this new Glock yellow tape. I know a few people told me that they wanted me to react to this tape right here. Just one thing, I kind of already listened to the project. I listened to it already, but don't worry. We still gonna go through the album. I'm gonna give y'all a track by track breakdown, you know what I mean? Cause I told y'all I was going to. So here we go. We just gonna get into it without further ado. Let's just go track by track with this. Track number 1 was 1997. When it first came in, it wasn't that hard to me. Like, for an opening track, it just wasn't all that. It didn't spark my interest. It didn't make me excited for what was coming next. It just was an average song. It didn't hit hard. I like the guitar sound in it. The guitar sample was dope. I was like, that's dope, but if the beat would be a little harder, that would make all the difference. But like, the beat wasn't that hard. He wasn't saying much. You know, he needs a certain vibe. It's a certain type of bass that come in that when he's on that type of beat, he just flows perfect to me. This wasn't the beat though. He should have just came straight in with track number 2. Doe? Oh man. Woo! Now, you know what's crazy about this song? As soon as it dropped, I instantly got a flashback to another song. I instantly thought about Drake's Non-Stop off the Scorpion album. Instantly. And I know Tay Keith had to have something to do with this. I just feel like Tay Keith had something to do with this. His tag ain't on it that I remember, but it just come in like non-stop. You know what I mean? It just sound like it. It's hard. It's hard. And then I knew he had a hit when he flipped. Oh man, he flipped a classic record. He took Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Nothing But a G Thing, flipped the lyrics and made his own hit out of it. Come on.
To the 2, to the 3, to the 4. Big Glock is all about his motherfucking dope. Ready to make an interest from my back end, bro.
I rock with that. That was that. If nothing else on the album take off, that song will. Track number 3 was Word on the Streets. I thought this was another one of them basic tracks. It had a cool sound in it. It was like an old sound, like a little horn. It sounded a little triumphant, but it just wasn't loud enough. The beat didn't come in hard. It didn't slap. It was just a okay track. It's all right. Track number 4 was O or Ooh.
Pinches in my pants got me limping out. Damn blues, they thought I was cripping out. I'm like, who, nigga, who?
It was a little bit better than the last track. It hit a little bit harder. Not as hard as I like. It wasn't as hard as Doe, but it was cool. It was like, okay, it got a nice little bop to it. I could kind of ride with it. It's okay. Track number 5 was What Goes Around Comes Around.
This money gonna sack that. Why your name Glock for? Shit, find out. Can I be on the paper round? No, we ain't taking applications right now.
This slaps. This is when the bass coming a little harder. I was more excited to hear that in the whip. I still got to play that in the whip. I only played Doe. I had Doe on repeat. But yeah, that song slaps too though. I like this. Number 6 is Crash. I remember that one. That joint sounded like Lil Nas X was on it. That was what I hated about it. The beat wasn't all that. I didn't like how his voice sounded. He sounded like Lil Nas X. Seriously, like if you listen to a Lil Nas X song, it sounds exactly like that. And that's not what you want from an artist like Glock. That's not what you want from any artist besides Lil Nas X, if you're into that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. It wasn't. That wasn't the one. Track number 7 is Look at They Face.
Some niggas ain't cause I'm up now. I've been making plays all day, yeah. Touch, yeah. I remember them days I used to pray for a bus, yeah. Now look at that face, look at that face, yeah.
Oh man, that is hard. When that came on, I was like, okay, we back up again, because you got to make up for that last track. You got to make up for that. That was trash. He came back hard, though. Look at They Face is hard. I love the sounds used in the track. It's this little doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. It's like a little piano, something. It's something. I think it's like a little piano, and it remind me of a Drake song. It remind me of Energy off If You're Reading This Is Too Late. Just like not exactly, but like a little bit, like the way to like the pattern and the tempo and kind of like the doom, doom, doom. I like it though. I like Energy, so I like this song too. It just flowed. He caught a vibe on this. It had a beautiful sound in it, and the beat flowed perfectly with it. It wasn't not hard enough. It wasn't too hard. It was perfect. That's what he needs. He had one. That's hard. Track number 8 was I'm Just Saying.
Or a bad bitch, bitch, I'm mad rich, yeah, I got mad sticks, yeah, I was in the street before this rap shit.
This was the moment when I realized, like, he been using a lot of, it's like that Memphis sound is in there, like hearing the it's like that old 3-6, all right, like, you know it when you hear it. It give, you know where we going with this. You know it's like one of them Memphis type of tracks, one of them 3-6 Project Pat type joint, Chicken Head type joints. That's exactly what it is. And it came in hard. It had that dark sound. It knocks. I knew it was gonna slap in the whip. I'm like, yeah, this is it. He got another one. I rock with this song. Track number 9 was Big Boy.
Another day, another dollar bill. Bitch, I keep on buying. Ice ain't got no chill. Been get rich a meal. Sick, ill, yeah.
The beat just rides. It's something you just ride around to. Like, you want to make sure your whip is clean on a beautiful sunny day. It make you want to cruise. You know what I mean? It's cruise music. It's just chill. You just ride around, just bob your head, doom, 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 doom. It just flow. That's just me. That's what I'm into. You know what I mean? So I rock with that. Track number 10 was Flyest, Highest, Coolest, Smoothest. I didn't like that too much. It was kind of like an average track. Like, coming off of the last 2 tracks, 3 tracks, like, I know he could do better. I know, like, the production. This is when the production get a little boring. It's like, okay, they've been using the same sound so much, it's hard to keep the energy at a certain level. It kind of sounds like other tracks on here already. So if I already was just thumping to one track, I kind of don't want to hear it again with that same vibe. And that's the problem with some of his, all of his projects, for real. The sounds start getting repetitive. Number 11 was Loaded.
Oh shit, phone with coasting, sipping potion, moving slow motion, got me like, oh shit, might start dozing, wrist start hurt, put ice on my road.
It got a cool little sound in it. It's different. It's nothing like the last few tracks. It got its own little sound, but it's just not that hard to me. You know what I mean? It's just not what I'm looking for from him. Track number 12 is F All That.
Yeah, my niggas gon' ride or die. I brought the silence out. Yeah, my aim on 99. I bet I gun them down. Yeah, bitch, we slanging out.
Another one that had one of them cool sounds in it. It's cool. It's like a cool sound to hear. It's like a song you just cruise to, for real. You know what I mean? Track number 13, Mr. Glock.
And my daddy was a Mac. Yeah, and that's a motherfucking fact. Never leave a house without my motherfucking strap.
At first, I didn't like the song that much. It was like one of the ones that was just like, it's okay. I could do without it. But the more I listened, I could literally, it's like I could hear Project Pat rapping on it. It just seemed like he would fit the song so perfect. It was just Memphis. You know what I mean? It was just Memphis. And I couldn't not rock with it. It was just like, nah, this is hard. Like, it just go. It just got that vibe. Track number 14 was Amen. This one was alright. It wasn't that crazy. I wasn't too pressed to go back to that, but it wasn't trash. I just wasn't. It was getting repetitive towards the end, for sure. Track number 15, Stop Playing.
Hold up, matter of fact, nigga. Yeah, I think I'ma bring yellow diamonds back, nigga. New rose gold set, yeah, wait, nigga.
I'll rock with that. It reminded me of something like, it almost gave me like a Atlanta vibe. Like, it reminded me of Bankroll Fresh, something he would rap on. Like, just listening to it. If y'all not familiar with Bankroll Fresh, y'all gotta look him up. Rest in peace. But like, he had the slaps. Like, his beats, his production was so hard. I think he was working with a dude named D-Rich. D-Rich was making them old Jeezy Trapper Die type of beats. That's what he be making. Like, I think he worked with Jeezy a few times recently, giving him that old sound back. Yeah, that nigga's hard. He remind me of like how Jeezy had Shorty Red. He had, like, that's what D-Rich was to Bankroll. if you get that. Track number 16 was One of One. I was cool off that track. It wasn't nothing crazy to me. I felt like he could have ended it with any other track for real, but it was just a basic joint that I wasn't pressed to go back to. So that's the whole album right there. Overall, I thought it was a decent project. I thought it was decent. I think that I thought his production was really good. I don't know if it was better than Glaucoma. I think they both was kind of almost on the same level, kind of. But I think I like Glaucoma a little bit better because I heard a couple of beats on there that was just mind-blowing. Like, damn, how he come up with these? But this one was really solid, though. I felt like he really tapped into, like, the Memphis roots, like, with the production. Like, I know he been doing this sound already, but, like, I was noticing it more now when I listen to it. Like, damn, this sound like Project Pat. This sound like 3 6 Mafia. This sound like that, like them. It sounds like them, and I rock with it. I like it a lot. I'm into that music, so it caught my attention. Some of the beats get repetitive because he's using the same bass line, the same snare, the same 808, or the same hi-hats. It's the same sounds being used, just faster, slower sometimes. But it's the sounds he's using. I don't know where he's finding these sounds. He found like a cool guitar riff. He found a cool piano sound, a cool horn, like a little weird trumpet. Like, where's he finding them? It's dope though. It's really dope, and it makes the song unique. You know, it makes the beats unique. Even if the beat ain't, the rest of the sounds around the beat ain't that hard. It's the samples that really been catching my attention. If I had to rate it, I would give it like a 6.5 out of 10. This is the first time I'm not actually calculating. I'm just going off the top of the head. But I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's not a bad project at all. I like more than half of it. So y'all comment below, let me know what y'all thought about the album. What was y'all favorite songs on the project? Subscribe if you didn't already. Let me know what else y'all want me to react to. I know I missed a few things, so I'm still trying to catch up. But I'm back. It's your boy New Aramar. I'm out. Peace.